Hi everyone, my name is Amita Malay, BS-Ed 3, major in Val-Ed. So I will discuss you the introduction of our topic, which is determining the progress towards the attainment of learning outcomes. But before that, we will define first the meaning of assessment. The word assess comes from the Latin verb assidere, meaning to sit with. And in education, the process of gathering, interpreting, recording, and using information about learners' responses to an educational task. So means the term assessment here refers to the wide variety of methods. And there are two common methods in assessing learning through tests, which is teacher-made tests and standardized tests. When we call teacher-made tests, prepared by teacher with regards to curriculum. Teacher-made tests may reveal specific areas of instructions in which students need help. So meaning teacher-made tests better reflect what is taught in class, and it better tests teacher can assess the students as they progress to a check for understanding, and use of teacher-made tests is to help teacher to know whether a class in normal, average, above average, or below average. The second one is standardized test. It is defined to test on the subject matter without regards to standards, reference, or curriculum. So on this standardized test, there are three major types, which is psychological, which measures performance, and achievement, which determines comprehension of skills or knowledge, and lastly is aptitudes with forecast abilities. So we will now proceed to the three types of assessment, which is assessment for learning, assessment of learning, and assessment as learning. So when we say assessment for learning, occurs throughout the learning process. It is decided to make each student's understanding visible so that teachers can decide what they can do to help student progress. So meaning, students learn in individual way, yet at the same time, there are predictable patterns of connections. Teachers use assessment as an investigative tool to find out as much as they can about what their students know and can do, and what confusions, preconceptions, or gaps they might have. The second one is assessment of learning. It refers to strategies designed to confirm what students know, demonstrate whether or not they have met curriculum outcomes or the goals of their individualized programs, to certify proficiency and make decisions about student future program or placement. So assessment of learning measures student attainment of standards. It is used to rank and sort students. It is often contribute to the pivotal decisions that will affect students' future. Next is assessment as learning. Focus on students and emphasize assessment as a process of metacognition or knowledge of one's own thought process for students. So meaning, the student reflects on results of assessment, charts his or her performance, builds metacognition, as it involves the student in setting and monitoring students are within this view of learning. Students are the critical connector between assessment and learning. So for us to understand these three types of assessment, we will now proceed to the comparisons of these three types of assessment. So when we call assessment for learning, it is formative assessment. It informs students and teachers. While assessment as learning, students' metacognition. It involves self and peer assessment. On the other hand, assessment of learning, it is summative and for grading and report cards, or it is evaluation of students by teachers.